All right, so we're going to start on our backs. And if you are using that extra prop of your block or your book, have that nearby and within reach, as we'll be using it right away. So go ahead and just lie down, and any comfortable position that feels good for you here as you come onto your backs. And if you are using music, you don't have to start your music just yet. I will let you know when to turn it on. So for tonight's class and intention, I ask that perhaps you come to the intention or mindset of playful exploration. So just enjoy some explorative, playful movements with the use of a yoga prop or block or the resemblance of it tonight. But before we do start, we'll start with one of my favorite breath practices, equal breath. So I'll ask that you all exhale wherever you are with your breath. And then we'll begin to breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Breathe in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. This time, breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last time together, breathe in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause the breath at the bottom. And then receive a nice long big breath to the top, maybe sipping in more once you do get to the top. And let it all out through the mouth. And then begin to let these next few rounds of breath that you start to take in start to set that rhythm and pace for your breath practice. And maybe even come to another layer of that intention of playful exploration, of just being a little thankful of doing something different for an hour for your body and mind. Let's take 3 more breaths as we are here. And as you're breathing, you can begin to gather your knees into your chest. And circle around here. If you're using music, now is a great time to go ahead and press play. And then we'll eventually let our arms extend out to the sides. And just let your knees drop over to one side for a simple, gentle twist. So it doesn't matter to which side you turn to, just both knees drop on over. Take 3 more breaths here. And then we'll begin to bring our legs up through center and over to the other side. Just 2 more rounds of breath here. And let's all begin to bring our legs back up through center, and we'll pause here in center. And then if you are using that block, go ahead and grab your prop. I'll show you the prop setup first. And if you're not using it, I'll give you your options. So you're gonna take that block of yours and place it right at your right thigh. Your knees are bent in, and then you'll lock that block into place with your right elbow. Yeah. Bring your left hand behind your head. And then from here, we're all gonna crunch up and start to find that press of your right arm into the block and your right knee into the block. And just with that gentle press, you're probably gonna feel a lot fired up. If you're not using a prop, you can connect knee and elbow or just use your right hand to firmly press in. So if this isn't enough for you just holding here, we are gonna add on. So let's all begin to extend our left leg forward, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the knee in. And then you inhale, stretch your left leg out. And then you bring the left knee in. So only the left leg is moving. Your right leg really can't move because you're holding it in space. And make sure you're really creating that internal resistance of pressing into that right hand. If you want more, you could extend your left arm straight back as you reach your left leg forward and then bring everything in. And then stretch the leg out nice and long and bring it on in. We're doing 3 more. You got this, my friends. Right away, we're getting into that fire and heat. Nice work. 1 more round. Stretch it out long. Bring it all in and rest. Nice. I hope you guys were with me with that one. All right, so let's just go ahead and do the other side of this. So now that block of yours is gonna go right at your left thigh and you lock it into place with your elbow. Right hand behind your head. And then find that action of curling up and press. You drive the elbow into your block or into your leg. And then begin to stretch that right leg forward, and then you bring it all in. And then you extend it out nice and long, and you bring it all in. So there's definitely a reason why we're firing up the core straight away this evening. We'll need it for what we're gonna get ourselves into a little bit later. If you wanna add the right arm stretching out long with the leg, you're welcome to. It's just 3 more rounds, my friends. You got this. Good, but you're not rushing through it. Final 2. Good. All right, everybody do 1 more round. Stretch the limbs out, bring them in, and let it all go. Rest. You can set your block to the side. Happy baby or a bound angle or a little sloppy bridge might feel good here. So it's your choice what you want to do. Okay. And then from here, we'll eventually all hug our knees in towards our chest. Start to rock back and forth along your spine. And eventually come up to your hands and knees. And we'll just move through our spine a little bit here. So moving with your breath, inhale, stretching the heart forward. Exhale, jogging and rounding. Anything that you love to add in here, you're welcome to add in. We'll do 3 more rounds here. And then eventually begin to meet me in tabletop position and we'll pause. Now this is where if you are using that block of yours, you're gonna take that block and place it right at your low back. So right at that pelvis. If you're using a water bottle as your block prop, it's gonna be very challenging. So you don't have to use it here. Or you can imagine that there's something balancing on your back. Then let's all begin to stretch our right leg back, but notice if your block wants to start to tilt down into the base of your back here, try to keep that block nice and flat. You might not bring your leg up quite as high. You're welcome to stay here, maybe pop up onto your left fingertips. You're welcome to stay here, or maybe you'll stretch your left arm forward. And we pause here and breathe. So feel that connection to your core here, really, really engage. Press firmly into that supporting right arm. And without losing that connection to your block or whatever prop you're using, can you begin to bring your right knee and left elbow in towards your center, keeping your back flat. We're not rounding here. Usually we round a lot, it's flat back. And then stretch the legs back out. If you go into flexion in your spine here, your block, of course, will drop. So we're working it a little bit different. So in a sense, your spine isn't moving too much here as we extend and reach the limbs. You got this. 3 more, my friends. Connect to your breath. Final one, we're stretching everything out. We have to bring the limbs in to kind of connect. And then extend everything nice and long. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, set it down. You're welcome to remove your block, or you can just leave it there and press back to child's pose. Your block will probably fall off in child's pose, or maybe not, that's okay. Feel your breath. Enjoy whatever sensation or heat was created into the right arm. All right, my friends, come on back to it. Hands and knees is where we meet. You're welcome to do this round without the block if you just want to see how that feedback affected your body. If you are loving this work, block to that low back. Extend your left leg back. And even if you aren't using the block here as your prop, just imagine that it's there and feel it out. Where would your leg go in space if something was balancing on your low back? If you're adding the reach of your right arm, begin to find that. We just pause here and hold, finding the balance, finding that center connection. Maybe already come back to that intention of playful exploration. And then let's begin to bring the right elbow and left knee in towards the midline. And then stretch the limbs out long. And bring them into your center. Maybe inhale, stretch your limbs out. And you exhale, bring them in. Maybe you're gonna reverse it and inhale, bring the limbs in. And exhale, stretch them out. Notice how that changes the work and the balance. It's 2 more rounds, my friends, don't worry, I'm counting. Next time your limbs are stretching out, pause here, hold, breathe. Set your hand and knee down, stretch back to child's pose. You can remove your block, but don't set it too far away. Your block is your best friend tonight. Full expansion in the breath here. Yeah, whatever you need to do to stretch that out. I know it's a lot in the upper body already. And when you're ready here, my friends, begin to come up and away to downward facing dog. And do whatever it is that you love to do when you come to your first down dog of class. And then begin to find a little bit of stillness in your downward facing dog. Let's all stretch our right leg up to the sky. You're welcome to bend the knee and open the hip. If you enjoy circling here, circle through it. And then stretch that leg straight back behind you. Step your foot between your hands, pausing here. Then we'll take a little bit of a flow. We'll start to straighten the front leg. You might need to bend your back knee a little bit. And then we'll re-bend into the right leg. And then you'll straighten the right leg and you'll re-bend. Just work this at your own pace, allowing yourself to open into whatever areas you want to open. All right, my friends, next time that front knee is bent, pause there. Step back to plank pose, pause in your plank. Just stretch back to downward facing dog, no vinyasa yet. We'll stretch our left leg up and back, bending the knee, opening the hip. And then begin to stretch the leg back behind you and step your foot through. Once you're ready to find that movement, take that flow, straightening the front leg and bending the front knee. You're welcome to linger in any areas that you feel that you would like to linger in. Couple more rounds. Next time your front knee is bent, pause there. Look forward, and we all step to the top of our mat for forward fold. Slide your hands up your legs for halfway lance lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. And draw your hands to your center, exhale. Grab that block of yours. Water bottle works, book works here. And then I like to take it kind of the skinny way. And then I take the block up and back behind me here. So my elbows are bent up towards the sky. And you can find a gentle squeeze into your block here. And I even nuzzle my head into that prop. You don't have to use a prop here. You can clasp your hands behind your neck in prayer. But then start to find a little bit of an arch in your upper back here. And then we'll start to round here, almost like you're doing cat. And then you'll stretch the heart up, pressing the head into the block, letting the upper body get a stretch, and then round. Maybe connect it with some sort of breath rhythm. Maybe notice by having something to press your head into here, how it changes things. Again, playful exploration. Next time you begin to bring your head up, pause here, and then begin to lean your body over towards the right. So you're getting a little bit of a side bend. And then come up through center to the other side. And then back up through center, stretch the block up and bring it down to put it between your thighs. And then from here, we'll all come into a forward fold. And then this is a little tricky, so if you're not comfortable with jumping back to a top of push-up, you'll just waddle yourself back, and that's where we'll all meet in plank. Or if you would like to jump, you'll lightly jump, but have a little bit of bounce in your elbows here. Yeah, so now we're all in plank pose. Downward facing dog is where we all meet. Keeping that block between your thighs or your book, unplug your hands and walk your hands to the back of your mat space. Halfway glance, lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose is where we come up to. Yeah, hold here and breathe. Enjoy the engagement in your legs here. It's already got that heat in the upper body. Now we're finding it in the lower body. This is the best block party ever, isn't it? One more breath here. Forward fold, get out of it. Walk back out through downward facing dog all the way to plank pose. Either hold here or lower all the way to your belly. Block is still between your thighs, you're still squeezing it. Roll up into cobra. It's probably going to be baby cobra. And try to find more of a squeeze with your thighs rather than your glutes here. And then release it down. Of course, your glutes are engaged though. Roll back up into that low cobra. And release out of it. One more time, baby cobra. Keep squeezing the block. Release out of it. You're either going to press up through a strong plank, or if you need to use your knees, keep squeezing the block. And downward facing dog is where we all meet. Excellent. Unplug your hands, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Halfway plank lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lance. Exhale all the way to plank pose. Pause in your plank for an in breath. Either hold here, lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale into cobra or upward dog. And back to downward facing dog. Whew. Unplug your hands, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Halfway lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lance. Exhale, walk out to plank pose. Hold plank for an inhale. Either hold here or exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale into your back bend of your choice, good. And backing away to downward facing dog. Pause here and breathe in down dog. We are gonna go through that one more time. I do just wanna make a side note that in these back bends, cobra or upward dog, you'll probably not find quite as a big expression here with the block between your thighs. So don't try to jam yourself into your air quotes normal position that you are used to here. So begin to walk your hands to the back of your mats, hands to feet. Halfway glance lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Squeeze the block with your legs because you love it so much. Forward fold, get out of it. Halfway glance lengthen. Walk out to plank pose. There's a sweet pause in plank. So you take the inhale to prepare. Exhale, choose to stay or lower. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale back and away to your downward facing dog. Whew. All right, my friends, from here, unplug your hands, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Halfway glance lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, sit in and breathe because you love these chairs so much. And then you're welcome to stay high in your chair. You're welcome to sink nice and low into the chair. Wherever it is that you find the most effort, or wherever you find that playful exploration, and you might kind of yield here, meaning that you come in and out of your depth. We're here for another 5. This is the last chair with the block between our thighs. We're here for 4. Yeah, it's one of those kind of counts. We're here for 3. Are we still playing? We're here for 2. Whew. Everybody hold for one more inhale. Exhale, stand all the way up, hands to your hearts, so that you can find that block, holding it between your hands. Whew, shake out those legs. So from here, I'm taking my prop of whatever your block is behind my back, and I'm actually holding onto it here. So I'm using the grip of my fingertips. And then begin to stretch the block down and maybe try to take your hands away from your glutes. And fine if you let your upper back pull forward into a back bend. Take care that you have a little engagement around your elbows, so you're not jamming them straight completely. Then we'll all hold here for one more breath. Soften the knees so you can fold forward, either keeping the block near your glutes or you'll stretch it away. It's almost as if we're interlacing our hands here. And we'll hold here and breathe for 3. Hold here, breathe for 2. One more breath here. And slowly release the block down, set it down, and walk out to downward facing dog. All right, my friends, just notice how you feel in this down dog, what's shifted, what's changed. Then from here, let's all inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. We'll inhale, rise up to crescent lunge here. And you're welcome to do whatever you want to do with your hands for this first round. I like to bring my hands to my hips for stability. As we'll all begin to straighten the front leg and then rebend the front leg. Just check in with your balance here. And maybe notice the engagement in your legs from that feedback that your body has already had from your prop work. So one more time, we all straighten the front leg and we bend. We all inhale to rise the arms up. Exhale, release your hands down to plank pose. Pause in your plank. Draw back and away to downward facing dog. Please have your block nearby on the right side of your mat so it's easy to get to. And then from here, we all hinge forward, plank pose. From here, grab that block and place it on your pelvis. Right hand down. You can do this with your knees too. Reach back with your left hand, grab onto that block, set the block down, left hand down. Grab the block with your left hand, place it back on your low back. We're still in plank, left hand down. Right hand grabs onto the block, set it down, right hand down. Right hand lifts the block, set it on your low back. Left hand, set it down. There's a pause between each round. Left hand picks up the block, set it on your low back. Right hand reaches back, set the block down, set the hand down, hold your plank pose. Imagining that block is between your thighs. One more breath here. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Whew. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, rise up to crescent pose. You guys still with me? All right, from here, whatever you want to do with your hands, we'll begin to straighten the front leg and we bend. Just keep moving through that flow. Noticing where you have to engage most. Couple more rounds. All right, my friends. Next time that front knee is bent, inhale, sweep your arms up if you were taking a variation. Release your hands down. We're already set up for this. Plank pose is where we meet. This time, grab the block with your left hand, put it to your low back. Grab it with your right hand, set the block down, set your right hand down. Right hand picks the block up, place it. Left hand grabs it, set it down, place it. Left hand grabs it, low, low, low back. Where is it challenging? Right hand picks it up, set it down. I know. Right hand picks it up, set it. Oh. Left hand. Downward facing dog. Whew. Child's pose. You guys are lucky I was doing those with you. Break time. So as you're resting in child's pose or down dog, just check in, replay those planks. What was your pelvis doing? How much was it shifting? What can you learn from that playful exploration? All right, my friends, have that block of yours at the very front of your mat, easy to get to. Downward facing dog is where we all meet. All right, let's do this. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward, pause, bring the block up with you between both hands, rising your prop or water bottle or book over your head. So from here, take your prop just into your right hand, swim your hands down, try not to lean too far forward, pass your prop underneath your left thigh, and as you pass it to your left hand, reach your arms up, straighten the front leg. Pass it to the right hand, lower it down, rebend the front knee, pass it under, and maybe inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, bend it, pass it under and through, and reach it up. Nice. So keep this going, but notice if you're leaning way far forward to make the action happen, maybe challenge yourself by trying to keep your torso right over your hips. It kind of changes things. You know, we're still in it. One more time, we pass it under and through. Reaching both arms up. Keep your arms reaching and block up. Rebend your front knee. Let's all open up to warrior two. Block goes into your right hand. Straighten your front leg. Adjust for triangle pose. Reach your prop forward. We'll use it for a triangle pose. Just pause here and breathe. Good job, my friends. Just enjoy the opening of triangle pose. So from here, keeping your alignment with triangle pose, start to pick up your prop and hover it just a little bit. And then start to reach both arms forward, passing the block into your left hand, and then reach it back up. Ooh, I have a cork block, so this is kind of heavy. And then start to reach both arms forward. I feel like I'm doing a version of like Baby Shark. I won't sing it, I promise. And then pass it forward, reaching the block up to the left hand. Are you still engaged in your legs? Reach that block forward and down. And place the block down on the floor. We pause here. We have one more pose we're gonna add in. Look forward and fly up into half moon pose. This one's just for you, Rod, because I know this is your favorite pose. And we're here just for about 4 more rounds of breath. We're not doing anything tricky this round with our half moon. One more breath here. Leave the block where it is, stretch back to warrior two, pause and warrior. Reverse it on back and get on out of it. If you want a vinyasa, take a vinyasa. Downward facing dog is where we all meet. Excellent. Nice. All right, my friends, I know that right leg is on fire. Let's do this. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Left leg steps through, grab your block and rise all the way up to your crescent lunge. Begins to take the block into just your left hand, keeping your torso high, pass it underneath your left thigh, straighten everything up as you rise up. And then using that core strength, rebend in, passing the block under the thigh and rising it back up. And just keep this going. Just noticing what your tendencies are. Where can you engage and find effort, but yet can there be ease for that movement of your breath? All right, next time the arms are reaching up and your front knee is bent, hold here. Your prop goes into your left hand to open up warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Pause here and breathe in your triangle. Pressing firmly into all edges of your feet. Trying to stay long through both your top side waist and bottom side waist. All right, my friends, now you're welcome to hold here. If you want to play, hover your block and then begin to reach both arms forward. There's almost like a pause when you pass it into your other hand, and then reach the arm up. And then pass it forward with resistance, and then open back up. And then pass it forward, opening up. Last time, we pass it forward, set the block down, and then prepare to fly up to half moon pose. Holding here and breathing. Whatever you want to do with your hands here, you're welcome to. Two more breaths. Leave the block where it is. Warrior two is where we all stretch back to. Inhale to reverse it back and get on out of it. I'll meet you in downward facing dog, my friends. Take the vinyasa if you want. All right, great. Starting from the top, we are going to add a chair. So inhale, prepare, look forward. Any way you want to get to the top of your mat space. Halfway glance lengthen. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. It's just one breath. Stand all the way up, hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Please meet me in plank pose. Pause in your plank. Feet wide for this plank, it helps. Try not to shift your pelvis side to side. Grab onto your block with your right hand, place it on your low back. Oh man, knees? Yep. Grab onto it with your left hand, set it down. Knees can always come down for this too. Left hand grabs it, place it. Just take care that you're not really arching in that low back. Right hand grabs it, place it down. One more round. Right hand, place it. Left hand, set it down. Downward facing dog. Whew. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg steps through. With your block, inhale, rise it up. Exhale, pass the block under and through. Inhale, rise everything up. Exhale, pass it down and through. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, pass it under. Inhale, rise up. Hold. Rebend your front knee. Open up, warrior two. Block is in your right hand. Triangle pose is where we meet. Pause here in triangle. We're going to play in half moon pose this time. So come on up into half moon pose. Please use your prop if you're using it. Water bottle is great for this. In your half moon pose, grab onto your prop and hover it just a few inches off the mat. Woo. And then set it down without jumping into it. Keep the integrity of the shape of the pose. Hover your prop. So we barely move. Set it down. Hover your prop. Set it down. If you fall out of it, it's okay. 2 more times, my friends. Hover your prop. Set it down. 1 more time. Hover your prop. Set it down. Pause. Leave your block behind. Warrior two is where we all meet. Good. Reverse warrior. And I'll see you in downward facing dog, my friends. Excellent job, my friends. All right, yogis, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot steps through. Bring your block up with you. Inhale, rise up, crescent. Exhale, pass it underneath your left thigh. Rising up with the breath. Passing it under. Rising up. One more time, we pass it through. We rise it up. Keep the arms lifted, rebend the front knee. Open up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Triangle pose. Pause here for just a breath. It's more transition here. Half moon pose is where we all meet. Now, if balance is your challenge, you might just stay here. If you want that playfulness, find your block. With as little movement as possible, hover, hold, and set it down. Notice how it comes from deep in your core. Use your inhale to prepare. Exhale, hover. And set it down. A couple more times, my friends. You got this. Power in the top leg and breath. Hover it. Without collapsing, set it. Or maybe. Hover it. Set it down. Last time, you got this. Hover it. Where are the smiles? Set the hand down. Pause. Warrior two is where we all meet. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, get out of it, my friends. Vinyasa. I'll see you in down dog. All right, my friends. Final rounds coming your way. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Exhale to the top of your mat space. Halfway glance lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Stand up, exhale, hands to your heart, pull your attention in. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to plank, pause. Last round, it's gonna be the best one. Pick the block up with your left hand, place it on your low back. Try not to wiggle your pelvis around a whole lot. Right hand grabs it, set it down. Right hand replaces it, set it down. Left hand, place it. Hold. Left hand places the block. Pause. Right hand, set the block down, hold. Downward facing dog. Whew. All right, yogis. Final rounds. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right leg steps through. Bring your block with you if you're using it. Rise it up. Pass it through. Rise the arms up. And pass it through. And rise, straighten. Pass it down and under. Rising up, pausing at the top. Rebending the front knee. Hold. Open up, warrior two. Triangle pose is where we meet. Hold here in triangle. Half moon pose is where we meet. Pause, breathe. We glide back to triangle. Bring the block with you. Sound effects help. From here, we all reach that top arm up and forward over the top ear. Begin to hover your prop off the mat. And then put your prop between your hands, reaching forward. Oh. Yeah, hold your triangle pose. Keep turning the top ribs up. Keep breathing for 3, for 2. Hold triangle pose. Set the block down, splitting your arms open. Reverse warrior, inhale. You made it on that side. Get out of it. Vinyasa yogis. Nice work. You know, that variation is a handful. All right, left side is last side. Let's get it. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left leg steps through. Bring your block with you. Inhale, rest. Exhale, pass it under the left leg. Rising it back up, straightening everything. And rebending it, passing it through. Rising up. Passing it down and through. Rise it up, hold, rebend the front knee. Open up, warrior two. Triangle pose, come on into it. Last half moon of class for now. We glide back to triangle pose. Bring your prop with you, hold. Take your right arm up and over that top ear. Keep turning the bottom ribs up. And then begin to hover your prop off the mat. And then place the prop between both hands and stretch the arms forward. Everyone hold here and breathe. I had to come out of it on this side. A little sciatic thing going on. We're here for 3, for 2. Hold triangle pose, just split the arms, set your prop down. On your inhale, reverse it on back. And get on out of it through probably the final vinyasa. Whew. Yeah, once you get to downward facing dog, pause. Everybody inhale here. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. And begin to come on down to child's pose. We are transitioning here. Class flew by. Some kind of got away from me. If you're using the playlist I suggested, you can change it to Paradise towards the end of the playlist. And then let's all from child's pose begin to come up to our hands and knees, and we'll find puppy dog pose here. So begin to walk your hands forward and begin to push your hips back. You might need to use your block for your forehead here as you start to press your heart towards the mat. Some of you will be able to get your chin down and your chest down. If this hurts you or doesn't feel good in any way, you can just rest in child's pose. We're here for about 5 breaths. And I know this one's a little awkward to come out of, so use a little engagement to just press yourself back towards the tabletop. Then we'll cross our ankles behind us to have a seat, stretching our legs straight forward. We'll find Paschimottanasana, which is our straight leg forward fold. If you're using a prop, sometimes it's nice to have it between your legs for your head to rest on. So we'll all inhale to rise up. Find a little bit of length through your back as you start to fold down, and you'll eventually just round. Maybe resting your head on the block. Beginning to slow the breath down. We'll hold here and breathe in our forward fold for about 5 more rounds of breath. Take one more breath as you are here. And slowly start to roll all the way up, and you can keep rolling all the way back onto your spine, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Once you do, come onto your back. Once you find yourself on your back, keep your right knee in towards your chest, extending your left leg forward. Right arm will drift out to the side, and then begin to guide your knee over to the left for your twist. If you prefer a different twist, then you're welcome to it. Enjoy one more breath here, my friends. Start to roll up through center, hugging both knees in. Stretch your right leg forward and turn it to the other side. Two more rounds of breath here, yogis. Begin to drift your way back to center, hugging both knees in. Place your feet down on the mat. Join the soles of your feet together to let your knees go out to the sides. Either resting your hands on your abdomen or out to the sides. Exhale your air out. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for the count of 5. Exhale 5. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. One more time. Breathe in 5. Exhale 5. As you inhale, close your knees. And exhale, we will find ourselves in Shavasana. You're welcome to change the song to the last on the playlist, Claire de Lune. Enjoy this time of rest, my friends. All right, my friends. You are welcome to stay exactly as you are. If you need a bit more time resting and reveling in the end of your practice, you are ready to move out. Begin to invite some fuller breaths back in, deeper breaths in and out. When you're ready to move, you can begin to gather your knees in and roll over to your favorite side and enjoy that pause on your side. And eventually come on up to a seat if you are making your way up to a seat. You can place your hands together at your heart. Find a playful smile over your lips. Breathe into it all the way to the top. And exhale it out. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys had fun.